Good afternoon, girls and gays. This just in, the lesbians are still not okay.
What's up, you guys? It's Kales.
And I'm Mel.
And welcome to episode 4 of our podcast,
Get the fuck out of the closet.
We couldn't have expected the lesbian drama to keep getting crazier.
It just keeps going and going.
It keeps going. Let's cue the track.
Oh, drama. No one likes lesbian drama. No one likes lesbian drama. Oh, drama.
All right, guys, we brought you back to talk about the lesbian plague that is still going around TikTok.
The Becky effect?
The Becky effect. You know, Sedona Riley, Avery, JoJo, Soph. I guess Kai's still thrown in there.
Kai's just trying to stay out of it at this point.
I agree. And so I think to start, let's talk about what we talked about on special episode 3.5 and how we were kind of wrong. I was really wrong. I called something really wrong, and I think I let my judgment of being a huge fan get in my way.
Lesbian Teases got it wrong?
I know. People keep telling me I'm taking this personally, and I'm like, I am. I was a really big fan. And I let my judgment of really liking Sedona get in the way of guessing what was going to happen. I didn't have, what do they call it? Like, you need to have, like, I had bias.
Yeah.
I had bias. So when we talked about Sedona and Riley last episode, all we really had was the original breakup video that they posted together where they sat down in their apartment and said, hey guys, we broke up. It's mutual. And I think after that, we kind of came to the conclusion in our last episode that, like, they were going to be mature. Handle it offline.
And boy, were we wrong.
Well, I mean, we were 50% right. Riley's keeping it offline.
That's true.
Until provoked. But
her sister's getting in there instead.
Yeah, her sister's, honestly, that's kind of what really was my last straw.
Yeah.
And thinking that Sedona could, you know, come back and, not that my good graces matter, but, you know, you think you know a person online. And I think we all get kind of caught up in, like, oh, we love them. Like, we love their relationship. And we see it as, like, goals or, like, something to, like, aspire to be. And then
you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know. And they do something and you're like, oh, I forgot you were human too.
But apparently all the kids at, where did she go to, U of O?
No, Oregon.
Apparently all the kids at Oregon knew.
Well, and apparently she went to some school in Texas before, and I don't know if it's high school or if, like, she played her freshman year there, but, like, there's a bunch of people in Texas, too, being like, I knew her in school, and I'm just definitely not surprised.
Women can still be fuckboys.
Women can still be fuckboys. And people are actually getting upset about people referring to Sedona as a fuckboy, and they're like, just because, you know, you look masked doesn't make you a fuckboy. It's like, no. It's just about her actions. Like, it has nothing to do with how she looks. Like,
no, you can be femme and be a fuckboy.
Yeah, people are calling Fletcher a fuckboy, too, and I think it's not totally inaccurate. I mean, Fletcher's fucks.
Yeah, she could fuck.
Yeah, so I guess kind of what, you know, took place in the drama with the Sedona thing is she took to the internet and, like, heated emotion and started, like, outing their business and what had been going on. And so I think it all started with the one Snapchat that she posted and immediately deleted where she was, like, straight cheesing. And actually, let me just read it. I'll read it. We'll put facts in.
I think she's probably feeling out of control.
Well, and that's the thing is I think we did have a brief moment of her being out of control. So it was, like, this Snapchat, the first apology video, and a couple of, like, her comments in the meantime. Like, even when she commented on my account and said, like, there was no cheating involved. So I think we had a moment of her, like, definitely, like, overcome by her emotions and, like, also not knowing how to deal with this in terms of her fame and just, like, kind of what she portrays to the internet and how she's feeling. And then I think she had, like, a reset. And then
24 hours.
And yeah, and then we got the second apology video, but she's just, like, it's been too soon. She's not quite there.
No.
Like,
you need to take some time for yourself, girlie.
Yeah, and it also, like, does take a really big and mature person to, you know, accept responsibility for actions that have, like, continued more than once. It's really easy to say that one time I did it, I fucked up, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. But when you've done, like, a whole group of things, people have a harder time forgiving you and moving on from that. So it did start is I posted a video on Kales and Liv before I got my main account back, and I said something like, you know, I just have a hard time believing that Sedona thought her 6'7" ass could get away with cheating, and so I just, like, don't see how that happened. But, like, I was just, like, kind of making a joke. And Sedona commented on it and said, we are laughing, LOLing at these rumors. Like, one person from my school started it and everybody's been running with it. Like, there was no cheating involved. And so, I mean, we kind of took that as, oh, maybe they are just rumors.
The rumors are terrible
down,
and cruel.
but most of them are true.
You know it.
Also, you know what they say? Like, if you're speaking a little bit too much, like, you're saying a lot, it's usually true. And she was saying a lot in people's comment sections. Like, even think about, like, we haven't even gotten much from Avery, JoJo, or Soph, like, talking about these rumors because they're just doing a better job of, like, not giving people ammunition. But, like, because the trajectory of what people think Sedona is like now is just, like, going so south for her, like, she's feeling the need to, like, try to stop it. And, like, sometimes when that happens, you just have to, like, rebrand and re-identify as somebody else because, like, the people who once liked you for, like, what they thought you were before this whole thing happened, like, are probably not who you should be going after as a fan base.
It's also, like, forward. You don't have a leg to stand on, really.
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, all these people followed you in your relationship. I mean, you're no longer in this relationship. relationship, it ended horribly for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So then Sedona, so then Sedona posted on her Snapchat, and this is what we were talking about, that she deleted. I think it was up for like a long enough time. The screenshot I have was 12 minutes, so I mean at least 12 minutes, but I think it was more like a half hour. She's cheesing. Can my soulmate please come into my life because I'm tired of wasting my time, money, energy, and love on women who traumatized me. And also, I just feel like I need to point out that she is wearing her merch in this Snapchat because she also wore her merch in the apology videos, which people thought was extra funny.
Like, okay.
You gotta rep that merch in your apology video to all your followers.
Like someone's gonna look at that and be like, I need that merch.
No, or like, oh, she has merch, so she's obviously, you know, a trustworthy source.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, so that's weird. And then she deleted that, but it circled the internet. And that's kind of what sparked people to start commenting and being like, okay, so now you're trying to flip it. Like, nobody at this point has pointed fingers at Riley. It's been Sedona cheated. Maybe they were toxic for each other, but for the most part, it was Sedona cheated. And now Sedona's saying, actually, it wasn't me, it's Riley. Rather than saying it just wasn't me, she's now pointing the fingers back at her ex-girlfriend.
And
which
Riley's like, yeah, but it was you like 3 times more than me.
Yeah, and so when the internet kind of took with, oh, the he said, she said, Sedona is a gaslighter, and all this crazy stuff, Riley then took to her own comment section and said, she cheated on me twice.
Yeah.
And that's how...
As she should.
And she also said at one point, so I posted a video about kind of those facts coming out in Riley's comments, and she had commented on my video. It's taken down now, I'm sure, just because who wants those notifications and stuff of people commenting back to her.
Yeah.
But she had said, like, I kept quiet for as long as I could. Like, thank you, basically, because she did. I mean, she kept quiet until provoked, and when she was provoked, she just said the short, simple truth and nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, I think before we get to, you know, kind of where it stands right now, we need to discuss the text that Sedona sent to Riley's sister.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because, okay, so at some point during all of this drama going around TikTok, Riley's sister posted and said, like, hey guys, I'm back to TikTok for a minute. I just think it's funny that there's all these pointing fingers going around when I have information that could be career ruining. And so her comments were like, spill the beans. Like, we obviously know you know something. She was poking the bear. She was, but obviously she was tired of seeing, like, you know, Sedona get painted in a really nice light, or her even attack Riley, which again, the whole reason it's extra unfair of what Sedona was doing is like because she has millions of followers.
Yeah.
If you and your girlfriend broke up and you decided to take to the internet and say bad things about her, still not great, but who the fuck cares? It's just, you know, the same 100 people that you both have follow you see this. But when you're talking to millions of people and the person you're talking about has way less of a following and like a platform, it's like just a power struggle.
Yeah, it's an unfair dynamic.
It is. It's super unfair.
And it's manipulative, honestly.
It is. No, it's really like you're right. It's like when you go, you know, tell the friend group you're on my side instead of Riley's side, even though a week ago I was like, you guys should support us. So I mean, it's just toxic, and I mean, it's really unfair to Riley because, like, again, she can't just snap her fingers and get twice as many followers as Sedona and then play the same game. But even now, like, I just know that like people are still in Sedona's DMs being like, I don't believe anything the internet says about you. Like, you know, that's happening.
Yeah.
Because fans are like that, and fans, you know, really passionate fans also know that if you pick the side of a famous person, like during one of their down points, that like I think they're just hopeful maybe something will work out for them.
I guess.
Or like they're just gonna be like, oh, she's a really good fan.
Yeah. That's probably the extent of it.
But anyways, so I guess Sedona had, you know, helped Riley's sister get a little bit of TikTok clout and had given her a couple shout outs and a couple mentions. But apparently Riley's sister likes to post a lot, you know, upwards of 10 times a day. And Sedona just did not find that okay.
Girl is just doing her thing.
I'm going to read you the text message. And it's funny because
this killed me.
After the text message, she immediately backtracks. And what I think happened is I think she sent the text. And here's my thing. So if my girlfriend sent a crazy text like that to like my brother or like even you, I would think that you guys would screenshot it, text me and be like, are you gonna deal with this or do you want me to deal with this? And I would be like, don't reply to her, like I'll handle it. So I'm sure Riley
would just be like, are you
so I'm sure Riley was like, you literally cannot fucking say that to my sister, like you need to go correct that. And in order for Sedona to correct it, she just said like, JK, post as much as you want. Okay, let me read it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, no, you guys need to hear this.
Dude, I love you, but if you keep posting more than 10 TikToks a day, I can't keep following you. I want to see my other friends that post on their friends only or things that I need to catch up on. But half the posts are you simping over an animatronic alligator. Me and Rye have given you the tools to have TikTok clout. I have given you a few shout outs. I've gone live with you. But bitch, if you don't simmer down, I can not give you one more ounce of clout.
Bitch.
Again, I love you so much, bitch. We are Minecraft buddies and we will always be, but I'm begging you to calm down just a bit. It will boost your view count and your follower count if you post less than 4 times a day. I love you. I want to see you get to at least 10K. You have the comedy and the potential to do that and more. And it will also bring more to your Twitch. I miss you. And then a couple minutes later, never mind. Actually, I changed my mind. Post more than you are right now. Your content is the only thing keeping me alive. I love you, my queen.
What?
The immediate switch up, like 15 minutes after the first text.
I like how she tried to use the, sandwich method. She was like, I really love you and like we're Minecraft buddies, but you're so fucking annoying. You need to stop posting every day.
And so I think Sedona was like, oh, obviously, like I know how to have a platform. Like I know how to get 3 million followers. Like you're just 6'7".
But maybe she's just wants
6'7". That's
to
why
post videos of her animatronic alligator.
That's what I'm saying.
And like I respect that. I followed you especially to watch the animatronic. I did.
That's awesome. I think I might have too.
I said, I'm following this girl.
Again, why is what Sedona wants to see on her For You page and stuff like more correct?
No, it's not.
It's not. It's bullying.
Yeah.
It's bullying.
She's being a bitch.
Yeah. Seriously, she used the word bitch. Like,
bitch.
We're not cool like that when you're saying, oh my God, for the love of God, can you please stop posting on TikTok? Like, can you shut the fuck up? Like, seriously. So kind of where we are right now is Sedona posted the first apology video where she was sobbing and, she said, I'm really sad right now, but I did cheat once. The other time we were on a break, so it doesn't count. And I've just been really upset because, Riley moved on and stuff like that. And that's why I've been like, using my emotions to post these videos. People obviously took that immediately as, oh my gosh, you narcissist. I cannot believe, first of all, the whole puffy eyes crying thing and saying that you've been crying for the past 3 days. Like when we saw the eyes, like we already knew, like you didn't have to explain. Again, it's like the too many words going on.
So many words. That was a long video.
And that video, no, that was the first apology video, was only posted for like 15 minutes. Oh, but the reason that video kind of was crazy because it was the first time that she took responsibility for cheating, which is funny because she literally commented on like my video and other people's videos and said like, I did not cheat. Proud of you for outing yourself and your mistakes as like a liar, but it kind of got people going like, oh my God, she really is a liar. Now nobody can say, because okay, of all things now Sedona did lie.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever you want to say, nobody can, deny the fact that like she did lie. And whether the reason was to not, air your dirty laundry on the internet, that's fine. But then the second you took to the internet to air Riley's dirty laundry, your dirty laundry was obviously going to get aired. But I mean, that video was taken down pretty fast. And like right after that, she commented on one of my videos and was like, Riley emotionally cheated on me. This is the last thing I'm going to be talking about the subject, until we got another apology video a couple days later. But like, okay, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about emotional cheating?
I think emotional cheating is honestly worse than physical cheating.
For me, emotional cheating would only cross that line if it was in terms of talking to somebody about like breaking up with me, like for them.
Okay.
So if they're like talking to the person about how they don't have interest in me anymore and have interest in them, that would cross a line. But if it's not like to the point where you're like,
for me, it's not the fucking that's the problem. It's the like deceit.
Well, and that's where I think the kind of middle line is. It's like, should you disclose how kind of close you are getting with this certain person to your partner, even though like you might not have any intentions behind it, but like is it gonna make them feel weird that like I have this like kind of new best friend who I'm talking to all the time and doing all this stuff with?
But I think that's where the trust comes in. Like that's why the trust fills in the gray area. I think it's hard to define, but like you definitely know when you're being like emotionally deceitful. It feels wrong.
So I guess the last thing, so she posted the new apology video that was up for I think 48 hours, and that one's also been deleted at this point. The crazy thing is I'm blocked. So she blocked Kales, and then a day later blocked Kales and Liv, my second account. And then at some point also blocked my Instagram, which I feel like that was a little bit out of the way, but fair shot. I'll take it. So when I went to look and see if she had posted anything else, I was scrolling through the comments of the apology video and they were all very positive. And when it was first posted, they were all very negative. So I was like, maybe she's deleting, or like it's really easy to filter out certain words. Like she's definitely filtering out like narcissist and cheater and things like that. And so I was surprised that she took it down because she had already filtered out all of the negative comments. Like, and it seemed very positive. People were like, thank you for taking accountability. Even though, we need to talk about the contents of the video. She started off genuine. She said, I took a breather. I've assessed my actions and they were very inappropriate over the last week. I was airing our dirty laundry and that was inappropriate of me. I should have kept this off the internet. But the reason I did that was, and then continued to air her dirty laundry to explain why she aired the dirty laundry.
Yeah, just stop.
She specifically asked Riley to not pursue a relationship with a specific person. And after they broke up, I guess she did find out that Riley and this individual have rekindled some sort of romance, and that's why she overreacted and got really upset. But for me, it was the fact that she, in that video, apologized for airing dirty laundry and then continued to do so. And then the caption really threw me away. It said, like, I know it's a trend to hate me right now. And I'm like, okay. How cool do you think you are? You need to be humbled a little bit.
Well,
like, we all do, but still.
Yeah, it's also like, okay, girly, like, we get that you're upset, and, like, that is hard. Like, you know, going through a rough breakup, for sure, but it's just like, you dug your own grave.
Well, it's also acting like she's, like, denying our opinions and not respecting our opinions. Like, we're not all coming at you right now because we're, like, joining a bandwagon. Like, people are individually bothered by your actions and what took place.
Take some accountability.
Yeah, that's kind of it. So, I mean, but she did delete the video, so I don't know, maybe in a couple weeks we'll get a new one, or maybe
I don't know.
nothing.
Hopefully we're done with this nonsense.
I know, I kind of agree. I mean,
I'm over her.
Again, I think what she needs to do is take full accountability and then move on with her career and the people who do like her. I mean, for a while, she's going to be getting comments that are like, you're the cheater, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, for a little bit, she can just move on and, like, just start posting content and see how it goes for her. Like, that's definitely what I would do. So I guess moral of the story is that we were definitely wrong on the Sedona front. It was dramatic, it was not mature, and I'm not always correct, I guess is the moral of the story here. So guys, one of the most common things with the whole Sedona situation is everyone felt like they were being gaslit by her, and I think that's what even drew straight people into getting into the drama, because being gaslit is such a universal experience. So I mean, I do feel like, you know, gay people get gaslit a lot, but I mean, we had an experience where, you know, looking back now, we were kind of gaslighting this girl into being gay just because we liked her and we wanted us to be her friends.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it was really innocent. We were just trying to spread gay happiness and make some gay friends. So we went to school in Memphis, Tennessee. So as you can imagine, like, there just, like, weren't that many gay people. Did you feel like we were the only gay people? I feel like we were some of the only gay people.
I did, but we also, I feel like, we were coming out, like, junior, senior year, too. So by that time, we weren't, like, making new friends, I guess.
Yeah, but still, like, there wasn't, like, it's not like you walked into class and there was, like, this other gay girl. So this girl has, like, very bi energy, but, like, she's not bi. Maybe she identifies as bi. I don't know if she goes bi now. She definitely dates men. I mean, we can call her Becky. That's just, like, the common name these days. Because Becky's so hot, and she was really hot.
Yeah, she was hot.
She was hot. So this kind of started is, you know, Mel and her became friends. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you had, you know, decided that you were going to start taking an interest in women and, like, full sending on just, like, being gay.
Let me just go for it. So I don't know, woke up one day and I was like, today's the day I'd be gay.
No, you woke up while you still had your boyfriend. You were like, hey, by the way, Kaylee, when I break up with this dude, I'm gonna go gay next. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we didn't talk about it for a month until you actually broke up. And you were like, I told you, it's time.
I guess I thought about it for a while.
I was like, rock on.
So one day when I'm finally over my breakup, I'm like, okay, like, today's the day, we're going for women.
Where do I begin?
Where do I begin? I mean, there was this girl that I just thought was like,
You know, she's probably like the stereotypical babysitter you had when you were, like, you know, 10, and it was, like, the coolest babysitter ever, and you, like, wanted to be her, but, like, realistically you just, like, wanted to fuck her. You shouldn't know yet. Like, she was cool. She has cool energy. Natural cool energy.
Natural cool energy.
You're watching this, we think you're so cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm blushing. Anyways, so long story short, we're like, okay, what's the move? I'm strategizing with Kaylee, like, what's the move to get this girl?
And we're like, we don't know if she's gay, but, like, she definitely was, like, you know, interested in hanging out with you.
Yeah, and we didn't really know what we were doing at this point either.
Yeah, because, like, you know, new gays.
Yeah.
We're like, we can't ask somebody. That's weird. We just have to, like, just go for it and see what happens. We don't really know if she's gay. Like, she doesn't really know that we're coming after her. But I think, like, you know, we had mentioned some, like, gay stuff.
After her.
Like, she knew I was gay, but, like, nobody ever said it. Like, we were coming out to her by, like, inviting her to weird gay shit.
Yeah.
So how it happened is all of a sudden we're walking around campus and we see a flyer for gay prom.
Yeah.
And I guess the gay club, which we obviously were not a part of the gay club. No. Well, I don't know why it's obvious. We weren't. We were late bloomers.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh my God, it's gay prom.
Socialize with the gays.
How lit does that sound? We're going to meet our people, enjoy ourselves. And you know what? If you invite her as your date to gay prom, obviously you're asking her on a date.
Obviously.
Well, we thought it was very obvious.
Not obvious, apparently.
And better yet, you don't have to ask her, like, hey, do you want to go on a date? And then kind of talk about, like, what is this? You can just be like, oh my gosh, like, we're at gay prom. Obviously, this is a date.
Yeah, let's just make out.
And I was going with our friend Catherine, and, like, we were each other's dates. But, like, we were making it clear, like, this was a dating thing. Catherine had a boyfriend, and, like, nothing was happening there. But, like, Catherine and I were, like, holding hands, like, calling each other dates all night, like, trying to get Becky and Mel, like, the energy going. And then we get in the Uber to gay prom. We're sitting there, and she's like, Becky, starts speaking. She goes, so this guy I'm trying to fuck later. And we're like,
No.
Girlie, Catherine and I like stop holding hands. We're like, the energy's ruined.
Oh, they told me the whole night. They were like, there's no way. Like,
yeah,
there's no way.
Like, there's no way, no. Like, she literally was talking about some frat boy later that she wants to go hook up with, and we were like so sad. So we get to gay prom, and our gay selves bust through the door ready for a great night, and it was literally the lamest.
We bust through the doors. There's literally not a single person like at the bar.
No, there's like 5 total people there. We like can't even really figure out the bar situation.
No, like
maybe I think
the lights were on or something.
No, it was really bad.
It was like,
and we kind of felt like immediately like we need to get the fuck out of here, because it was such a small event that it ended up being that we were like outsiders, because every other single person there was like in the gay club. So we didn't realize it was like the gay club's event. We thought it was like, oh, every gay person in town's gonna go. Well, there's no gay people in town.
I know. And
who
then
did we expect to show up? We went to school with all these people. Like we knew there was none.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, all these lesbians are gonna show up. It's gonna be this whole thing. Like,
I don't know. We were delusional.
So we like immediately are like, exit, retreat, get the fuck. We just gotta go.
Yeah.
Where did we go? At some point, you ended up finessing. We might have just gone to Selkies and just started raging. And we ended up meeting all our other friends who like weren't interested in going to gay prom, and they were just like at the other bar, and they were like, no shit, it sucked. We're like, that's homophobic.
Yeah.
Shut up. We wanted it to be a magical experience.
Yeah. This whole time we kind of think this is, lost cause. Like it's all
we're whispering about it.
Yeah. We're just like retreat, not it. But I was
First of all, she talks about fucking the man. Then we get to gay prom and it sucks. Like it's obviously is not gonna happen for Mel.
So at some point in the night, like I think I'm pounding drinks probably.
Yeah, no, we're throwing them back. I'm
throwing them back. I'm really like slurring. I'm like, at one point we get alone together, and I look at her and I go,
this is Mel's best move.
This is my best move ever. I said, tonight you could go home and you could fuck Chad, and it would be just like yesterday, maybe just like tomorrow, any other night of the week, or you could go home with me.
Simple as that. She's probably like a deer in headlights.
Like, yeah.
I didn't think she was actually gonna say it.
No, and she sat there and like blushed a little, and then said yes.
I feel like I might have asked for that in the women's bathroom.
No, I don't think so. I think
it was like more casual. Like even
it probably wasn't casual.
I feel like everything like scandalous goes down in like the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
You guys went home, and that was kind of.
Anyways, but
we're waiting at home for like the updates.
Honestly, well, it was like I think maybe the first or one of the first times that I was with a woman. So I think I was honestly just so shocked that I made it there.
Yeah.
That I don't think I just probably
also like with the target that you kind of set out to get, like that was fuck yeah.
No, and I just like couldn't believe that I made it. So like I didn't know what to do. Like I got there, like I don't think I performed well. the next morning she looks at me and she goes, so I just think I'm straight.
I'm like, oh no.
I was like, yeah, that's cool, me too.
Mel gets home, we're like, okay, did you do it? And she's like, okay, we did some stuff, but it's never gonna happen ever again. But then it's funny because I feel like, okay, she's also like a very like, again, nice, open person.
No,
and
it was
so,
cool. We were friends after that.
Exactly. And so after like we invited her to something else, like we decided to go on like one more date to like see what was gonna happen. And at this point I was kind of talking to this other girl. And
no way that I thought that was still gonna happen.
No, I don't know what we thought, but it was definitely after.
Just hanging out.
No, it was definitely
I think after that I was just definitely I was a little deflated.
Seriously took her on a double date. So this is what happened. It was like the week after, we were like, you know what, because she was still kind of texting you and like asking you to hang out. So we were like, maybe her waking up in the morning and saying she was straight was like something she can still get over. Like we didn't know. Again, we were apparently gaslighting her into being gay, and we had no idea. And so then I was like wanted to go out with this girl, and I was like invite her, because when she gets there and sees that I'm obviously on a date with a woman, she'll understand that you guys are on a date. And we're gonna go take them this concert at the Shell in Memphis. And which is funny, if you've seen the Elvis movie, like that was where one of Elvis's like first shows was. We watched the Elvis movie last night. Anyways, we go to the Shell and we get there and they're like, show's canceled. And like that's so classic Memphis. Fucking nothing ever goes through. They cancel everything. So we're like, God damn it, we have our blanket, we have our cooler full of drinks, like fuck. So we're like, let's go get Korean barbecue. Don't know why that was the move. Becky suggested it and she's hot, so we all agreed.
And we're like, yes.
And we go get Korean barbecue, we're sitting there having a good time or whatever. My date ends up getting up to go to the bathroom. And Becky looks at me and she's like, I've been wondering all night, like, is this a date? Like, are you guys on a date right now? And I'm like, yeah, Becky, and so are you. I didn't say that. I was just like, yeah, this is a date, like kind of a double date. And she was just like, oh, haha, like obviously took it as us just like still like being like, oh, friends can go on dates too, like. And she would be that kind of girl, like, okay, but in her defense, when we went to gay prom, me and Catherine were on a friend date, calling it a date. So she could have thought that you guys were just like the friends on the date, and me and my date were actually on the date.
Yeah, I don't think she looked into it too much.
No, she didn't. She was so chill.
I appreciate it because like I wasn't looking into it like that much either.
Yeah, we actually went out there a couple more times. At one point, she took us to like a girly night. We had a girly night, and we all dressed in
Just
skirts.
girly things. Oh,
we
yeah.
did girly things. We all dressed in skirts and like went and she took a bunch of cute pictures of us. So she was like our mom. Again, she was like the hot babysitter like you needed to have. But the point is, you know, as we were saying earlier, like lesbians can be frat boys, and you know, gaslighting goes every way apparently.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, guys, before we finish up talking about the last piece of drama we need to get to, which is the Avery JoJo Soph situation, we're gonna play a mini game, and today we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna do fuck, marry, kill, and we're gonna do it with the couples involved in our current lesbian drama.
Yes.
And the way we're gonna split it up, because you need 3 for each, is we're gonna take the most popular person from each couple, and then we'll do the secondary. So Sedona, JoJo, and Avery,
Okay.
and then Riley, Soph, and Kylie.
Easy.
Easy?
Easy.
Okay, so first 3. Sedona, Avery, JoJo, fuck, marry, kill. Obviously, Sedona's out.
Out. Kill.
Yeah.
Marry JoJo. Fuck Avery.
I think I would do it the other way.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like, okay, so my vibe as like a person in a relationship is I like to just like, you do your thing, like I'm doing my thing. Like,
Okay.
I don't really care what it is. You shouldn't really care what I'm doing that much. Like, obviously be involved in each other's lives, but I feel like JoJo would want too much attention from me. I kind of like more of the attention. Versus like, I feel like Avery would be off like making skateboards and I'd be like, have fun. I'm over here like doing something weird I like to do.
I feel like JoJo could show me the world, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if you're thinking bigger, but I've told you that I think I want a more simple.
And
I think
Avery
it's
is
my
just
simple
like-
beach life.
Avery's hot.
No, and you know, she'd be the best.
Yeah.
She would be the best.
Yeah, I think so.
She's also the best. Well, she's also the more age appropriate. Like,
Yeah, JoJo's too young for me.
yeah, but I just had to pick her because I think I'd rather marry Avery.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
We'll have to agree to disagree. Okay, so then what about our other 3? Soph, Kylie, and Riley. Sorry, I think I have to kill Kylie.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I'd want to marry Soph. Fuck Riley.
Okay.
Riley's just cool, but like I would never be cool enough to date her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's way too cool for me.
Valid.
Yeah,
I
she'd
don't
be like
know.
talking about crystals. I'd be like, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me my horoscope.
Yeah.
So like I feel like she'd be a fun fling.
Yeah.
Like a situationship.
Okay.
Versus, but like, you know, again, like I think I'm saying that like, you know, Soph and Avery as like a couple were probably the most like close to like my kind of vibes. And so like that's why if I picked to marry Soph, it's just more like similar to like my kind of vibes of
Yeah.
like how Avery is too. Versus, you know, Riley's cool and like someone like JoJo is like really like out there and doing a lot of shit. I don't think I could keep up.
Yeah.
But the more simple way would be going with like the Avery Soph. Okay, what about you?
I don't know. I kind of want to see. I don't know if I would want to fuck Kai because she's not like my type. I think we'd be like more like bros.
Yeah.
But I also kind of just like want to see what the hype's about.
Okay. She also does like point herself as a player. Like she says she's a player.
Yeah. So
Which
like
is dope.
maybe she could rock my world.
Yeah.
So I think I want to fuck Kylie.
Okay, who are you killing? And you're
Um.
marrying the other one.
What are my options again?
Soph or Riley? I feel like you'd have to marry Riley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you and Riley would
Personality
get along.
wise.
Well, I also think that like, okay, I'm over here saying that like I think Riley and I are very different and that's why it wouldn't work. I think that you and Riley are different and it could work.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, that's so cute, your little rocks.
I love rocks.
Yeah, and like you'd be doing like other.
Put them next to my plants.
You'd be like building stuff and she'd be like, that's awesome. yeah.
We could have hobbies together.
Yeah.
Okay,
So like
well,
that
you
won't
know.
work out. So, you know, put in the comments whether you would fuck, marry, or kill out of, you know, these couples and let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Make some up if
disagree?
you want.
Yeah, give us some more. We can talk about,
Yeah.
I mean, if you like this kind of idea, let us know people, topics that we want to go through. We could do, want to throw in there Fletcher, Becky,
Okay.
Shannon.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, fuck.
Sorry, Becky, you
Becky.
gotta go. You gotta go.
Fuck Becky.
You're gonna kill Shannon?
Yeah,
You're marrying Fletcher?
absolutely.
Fletcher's awesome. So the thing about Fletcher is crazy. So she really looks like one of my friends.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So my friend is straight, but I always send her Fletcher, and I'm like, one, are you sure I'm gaslighting her into being gay too? I'm like, are you sure you're not gay? Because you also look a lot like Fletcher. Like they have the same mannerisms, like the same smile, the same teeth, like everything they do is so similar. Like it's freaky. And so I don't know. I feel like
It's
if
a
I
glitch in the
married,
Matrix.
as much as I want to marry Fletcher, I think if I married her, I could just not stop seeing my friend like all the time.
I'm just like really down for like, you know,
No, Fletcher's
like a
so cool.
lesbian celeb to just like swoop me away and like,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
me on to marry celebrity in life.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to work anymore. I'll be your bitch. Like, what are
Kristen
you gonna
Stewart, call me.
do? Olivia shouldn't be worried about anybody except like a famous celebrity.
Yeah, no.
You would pull
I
an
mean,
Avery and just leave for JoJo. You're like, yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
that's happened. I don't know. You can't imagine
I don't
what
know.
you're feeling
Yeah.
until like a celebrity actually walks in. Okay, like, you know, let's say you and Fletcher were friends for like 6
Yeah.
months to a year, and then it happened, like you know enough about her, like know her vibe, and like you'd have to decide like, okay, she's got a lot of pros because she is Fletcher.
But also celebrities like, I don't know, like, would you really be able to, like,
I know.
yeah, I
I
don't know. I don't know.
wouldn't.
I mean, I'd like to say, like, oh yeah, like, sweep me up off my feet or
Yeah.
whatever. But like, do you actually really date a celebrity? I think I might. It might be like a Kai situation. I'd be like, you know what, I'm over this. This is kind of
Yeah, like more of a simple life. I'm like, let's just like get up and
Yeah.
watch TV on the couch on Saturday. Like,
Well, it's also like if your significant other is like so famous, then there's just like not that much space for your needs.
exactly, and also it's like really hard to be famous. Like, it requires a lot of like time and energy and like hard times,
Travel.
and stuff. Yeah, so like you also just like would feel a little bit like, you know, you might be holding the famous person down if like, you know, you're like, oh, well, come visit me, but like, you know, they want to be doing all this stuff and you
Well,
want to
it's
be
also,
doing
like, what
stuff too, and it's like, I don't want to leave my home and my job to come see you in Australia.
No, you gotta
even
be
though you're
jealous too.
hot.
Like, what if they're like, what if in this hypothetical situation, I am dating Fletcher, and then all of a sudden Taylor Swift says, Fletcher, let's date.
That's even crazy.
Then I'm done.
The famous
I'm out.
person, yeah, she's done.
I'm done.
Yeah, because you're bottom of the totem pole.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't even have to be someone as cool as Taylor Swift. Like, it could just even be like Hailey Kiyoko, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know, like,
Yeah.
unless Fletcher's like looking for, you know, a regular Joe. Which at first, like someone like JoJo at first said, like, you know, she liked that, you know,
But I think
Kylie
it's hard
was.
once you actually get into it because you guys just have different lives.
Well, I think it's always easier to date someone who's more like you and like kind of living a similar life to you. That's
Yeah.
why I was saying, you know, like with like the people I want to date and like even my Olivia, like we have a very good balance of like I like to do things as an individual, like in my own space, and like so does she, and like it just kind of always naturally works out where like we could even be sitting on the couch together but like doing completely different things and like not even interacting, and like I like those times and that kind of stuff. But like a famous person who's like, you know, get on my arm and come to this event, do this, do this, do this, it's like, okay, is it always about you and like all your fame? And like that probably needs to be the case because they are famous. So I think like the best partner for a famous person would be like a total introvert who like maybe just wants to like stay home. Like, it's okay, you go. I'm not jealous of anything though. Like, I'll be here raising the babies. So I mean,
each one's own.
I think that I would personally also marry Fletcher, even though I couldn't get over the face thing, her looking like my friend. But like, I love Fletcher. I think I'd have to kill Becky and fuck Shannon because I would want to know what the hype is about Shannon.
Okay.
Like, that would be my interest.
Okay.
Like, what's going on with Shannon? Because she's been
Alright.
famous for forever. Like, she dated Cammie. Like, she
Shannon
also
slays.
has a lot of experience in like long-term lesbian relationships. And we always talk about like, I mean, you and I have talked about this. Like, I think the experience in terms of sex comes from long-term relationships rather than like how many people you fucked.
No, I agree.
So like, I feel like being in like at least 3 now super long-term lesbian relationships would give Shannon like the most experience out of people I know. So I'd
She's
have to pick
well-versed.
Shannon. But we could never date. Like, we would just be too different. I think I'm too much of a bitch. That's why I didn't work out with her and Fletcher. You know, like I'm on Fletcher. I'm like, oh, I want to be young and party. Fletcher.
Slay.
She's like, no, let's just like have a nice talk. Okay, guys, before we wrap things up, let's talk about Avery, JoJo, and Soph, which is less dramatic than the Sedona Riley situation because we've been given less information.
JoJo's PR team has it under wraps.
Yeah, well, actually, I think I heard the opposite. So basically, what we've seen is last time we talked about it, we were saying maybe there's something going on with JoJo and Avery, maybe not. But if there is, I bet they'll get together soon. And then the day after we filmed the podcast, they went to Disney together.
Yeah.
So yeah, Avery and
I think that says it all.
yeah, I know it's a Disney date. It's the Katie Mills coin date. I'm calling it the Katie Mills date from now on. I know her and Kylie went there first, but like Kylie's in her own category.
Called the Mishka Mushka date.
It's when JoJo takes the Hey Mamas out, she takes them to Disney.
I know. What is her and Disney?
She's got like unlimited passes or something, and they're always walking around with like a staff. I actually saw the photos of them like on a ride, and it's like they're in their own cart, like JoJo and Avery, and then like a staff member is just like sitting behind them.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's so funny. It's so awkward too. Like, so
That
what
is
rides
so
do you guys
awkward.
wanna
It's
go
like a
to
chaperone.
next? Yeah, but like they're also, you know, getting you to cut every line. I'd rather just have a pass. I think I could wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so, you know, there was footage from that, and then we
Imagine
were like,
being that staff.
yeah, oh my god, like getting the hot tea. Like, what if they're like watching my account, like they're JoJo fans? Like, I was actually the staff.
What if they're like some crazy like white dude Republican or something?
No, they obviously know who to put with JoJo Siwa. Like,
you're right.
I'm sure they have like. So I actually know this. My aunt got like a lady to walk us around Disney once because my cousin's family like likes to do like, you know, high class stuff, and
Okay.
they were like, if we're gonna go to Disney, like we're gonna do it the right way. Like
need
we're
a
gonna
tour
have the
guide.
staff taking us around. And so we went, and actually I don't think I ended up going, but the staff took them around, and I know they have like chaperones who do this stuff, so I'm sure they're like, JoJo's coming in, like who wants JoJo,
Give her
or
the
like
best
they
one.
have she probably is a regular.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
The
what's up? Good
regular
to see
one.
you again, my staff. So I guess like that kind of made us think that, you know, there was something going on. And then we had the mukbang, which was
Mukbangin'.
very dramatic. And, you know, Soph replied with the blinking video and commenting on Fletcher's video and saying like, thank God I have the song Becky's So Hot. She was aligning with, you know, people singing Olivia Rodrigo, Enough for You,
Yeah.
and kind of like spewing about it kind of being exactly what we thought.
So we were talking about the celebrity thing. When a celebrity comes in, just
Exactly.
like,
No, we
swoops you
really
away.
think that what happened is a celebrity came in and ripped Avery right out from her like very normal like happy relationship, or what we think. I mean, we don't know what was going on the whole time.
we don't know.
But they seemed happy, and they like also portrayed it to the internet that they were really happy.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was like multiple videos of them saying like, we will never break up, and like that's obviously the downfall. You never say that. Never say that you're never gonna break up because then you're gonna gonna break up. Just like keep it more mysterious.
Yeah.
You can't give the universe too much to work with.
No.
Or lesbian tease us. Yeah, so the mukbang was really dramatic. So, like, they looked like they were like all over each other. You agree?
Yeah, she got
They're
those.
feeding each other.
Yeah, I hope they wash their hands.
I really like you, and like I don't even know if we could sit here and like comfortably make a video of like us feeding each other.
No.
You agree? Like it's
I
kind of a
couldn't
lot.
feed you.
No, I don't think I could do that with anybody.
I don't even let my girlfriend. Feeding
Like,
each other.
I mean,
It's just
but the
like-
thing is, like, also you're doing it for the camera, so I think, like, for a camera, I could obviously convince myself to feed Olivia, but
Yeah.
like, if we were sitting here and feeding each other, we would definitely be portraying like something more than like what's actually going
Should
on.
we do that next time?
Yeah, we'll just sit here and feed each other. Mukbang. We'll get the exact same kinds of food. We'll start with the spicy crab. Things will get really spicy after
Yeah.
that. The blue cupcakes. I'll draw kiss marks on your cheek. Because maybe that's what they were doing behind film, you know? They were like, let's make this look like we're dating. So like,
Test it out.
again, that's my thing though. Like, even if you're not, you made the internet believe you were, which like then gives us, we paid our taxes.
Yeah. It
We
could have
can-
just been like exactly. It could have been just like a
Platonic.
stunt.
Yeah, no, exactly. It could have been a stunt.
Yeah.
You know, again, even if, so we don't know how, you know, messy the breakup was, but
The shoes.
Avery's like, oh, I'm with JoJo now, like just even to like
Yeah.
put a dig in her ex-girlfriend.
I know.
So then she made the sparkly shoes in JoJo's backyard.
Yeah.
Someone actually saw a video from JoJo's little pop group, XOMG Pop, where the chair was the same chair that Avery was sitting in the backyard. So that's how they knew it was in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And where'd you get that? Where did you get that glitter?
Yeah, exactly.
And the whole time I was like, did you go in JoJo's kitchen and like take that bowl?
Yeah,
Were you
probably.
like, hey, Miss Siwa, like, I'm just gonna take a bowl and some glitter. Like, I'll be in the backyard. Like, JoJo's upstairs doing her hair. Like, let me know if you need anything. Yeah, and she's
JoJo's
like,
mom's like,
"Oh."
have fun, girlies.
I also thought for a second, I was like, damn, did Avery like bring a tripod with her? I was like, JoJo obviously has tripods.
Duh.
Yeah, I was like, they're fine. It's a content creation house.
Oh, yeah.
It has, again, that's why we think it's like Avery's perfect situation, like being in a content
She
creation.
moved out to LA, didn't she?
No, so that's another topic is like we don't know where her and Soph are moving. So right before they broke up, they had said like we're moving, it's gonna be kind of a change, and you know that's kind of the full story. So apparently Avery has been talking about she wants to buy, like she wants to buy a house, and I think kind of her plan is to even if she ends up doing like kind of short-term rentals with it, like so she's like let's say she goes and stays in LA for 3 months, you know she could short-term rent her house out.
True.
But I think she wants to buy, and I don't know if Soph was like not ready to buy a house, and I think it's like kind of complicated when you're having a discussion like am I gonna pay you rent?
Yeah.
Or am I just gonna live in your house rent free? So what I think they were gonna do was Soph was gonna get the apartment that she does have and does have now, which might be in Tampa. We're not sure. Maybe they're joining Tampa Bays.
Maybe
I've
we'll
asked
get
to
her on
join,
the
and nobody
pod.
wants me to be on Tampa Bays, but maybe they want. I know it's because I'm problematic. But I feel like they would want my problems.
They're also a little older than us.
Yeah, but Soph and Avery are younger than us, so if they're getting,
We
on
can
the
make our
show-
own Tampa Bays.
I know Tampa Bays 2.0, the
Boom.
real
No,
version.
Taylor's version.
Taylor's version, yeah, Kaylee's version.
I know. We gotta call it something better.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Tampa Bros.
Tampa Bros. Or just like more aggressive, like the Tampa Lesbians. like you guys just alluded to it in the name. We'll just be straight up. You'll know exactly what you're watching. And so I think Avery's buying a house somewhere, which like I heard might be St. Pete because she like posted something about St. Pete on her story. So like maybe they are. So like maybe they were planning on moving. You know, like Soph was gonna get an apartment in Tampa. Avery was gonna buy a house in St. Pete. They're 30 minutes apart. Like and they were gonna like quasi live together. Or maybe we're completely wrong and Avery's moving somewhere way wilder and they were gonna do kind of a distance travel. We're back and forth kind of thing.
Said it's gonna be a bit of a
Because
change.
they did say it was going to be a change, and I also don't know what Soph's plan is with school. Like, I know she graduated college, but I don't know if she's going to grad school, and like that would make sense. Tampa has, you know, a lot of grad school kind of vibes, so like maybe that's something she's doing, and that's why she's here because we haven't really figured it out, and we're not getting any more information.
Better hit us up, girl.
Yeah, we're around.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the other day, so I went on live on Thursday for like about an hour.
Okay.
And I didn't know this at the time, but like when someone that I follow back, like I'm friends with, joins my live, it will give me a notification that says, you know, do you want to invite Mel to go live with you? And I didn't know how that worked. I thought it might be just random, like it's sending me a random message, like, oh, do you want to just like have us send Katie Mills a notification to go live with you? Like I didn't realize it was because they were joining my live. So when I was on live, I got the notification, do you want to invite Avery Cyrus to go live with you? And I freaked out because at first when I read it, I thought she was inviting me to go live with her, and I was like having a panic attack. But then I was like, oh no, it's just inviting me. But then my people in my comments were like, no, you stupid idiot, that means she's on your live. And I'm sitting there saying all this. Well, and apparently she's watching. And like we don't know how fast she clicked on and clicked off, but we were all like, Avery, tell us where you are moving. We are here watching. If you are here, fill us in. All the people in the
She's
comments
like
were
hiding from us, honestly,
yeah,
at this
she's like,
point.
Avery, Kaylee lives in Tampa Ep4 too.
She's like, no.
I was like, we can be friends. I know. I was like, I promise we're not like weird in real life. Like we're cool, kind of.
Kinda.
I don't know. I feel like how cool can you be? We're fun.
Yeah,
we hang
cool
out.
enough.
Yeah, we hang out. So if you want to be our friends and you are moving here, both of you or one of you, whoever comes first, I guess.
Yeah.
If you guys, because I heard they're not cool. So they did make those
What
two
does that
videos. Okay, so they made those two videos basically kind of saying like Avery's basically said like that the internet decided they hate each other and they never said that, which is completely false.
Okay.
And then so
They never said what?
That they hated each other. Like, they basically Avery was gaslighting the internet into thinking we made it up.
Like you need to stop using the term gaslighting.
Yeah, but it's just like so relevant in lesbian drama week.
Yeah.
So basically, I've been talking to this one girl in my DMs who is friends with Soph in some group message with her or something. I'm not really sure. And she's basically said that their managers told them they needed to keep it off the internet and they needed to, before they go, tell the internet that everything was cool.
Oh, with their video.
Yeah, so their video was basically to tell the internet, like, you can still be fans of the both of ours because obviously that's what their managers want.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, Avery has the leverage. She should have been like, fuck no. Like, Soph's 2 million followers are out of Avery's 8.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But I don't know. It's also like if you still do kind of respect someone that you break up with.
But apparently they don't. No, apparently they don't.
All.
And it was literally the manager. Like, it was not mutual.
It didn't look comfortable, honestly.
It literally
in the video.
looks. Also, Avery's facial expressions were like too good, like too realistic. Too like she really was like
Feeling some
disgusted
type
is
of
like
way.
kind of a rude word, but like irritated and like not vibing with like the video. Especially because the one Soph made her make was like, I'm here to pick up my key. You saw that one.
Yeah.
And then they like kind of like hugged and like went to like kind of kiss after, and they're like, bleh, gross. And Avery just looked like she really was playing the part too well for it to be false.
It was a little too on point.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what much more information we'll get. I do know that JoJo Siwa is horribly bad at keeping her relationships under the wraps. But I mean, all the power to her. I would be the same way. Like,
Because Disney always gets her.
yeah, well, we always get her too. She likes it though. She likes my stuff. She's like, oh, cute.
She just likes to play with us.
Yeah, she's having fun
We like
because
it.
her whole career is, built off people like, giving her attention and all that. So,
Yeah.
In a good way. Like, obviously, we stand JoJo Siwa.
We stand.
So, I don't know. I mean, her and Avery are wearing matching bracelets. I did see that somewhere. But I was like, that's...
Where have I seen it before?
I know. The lesbians love that.
I know.
Oh, and someone said that JoJo was wearing a key. And they're like, that means someone's wearing a lock. A lot of people on TikTok...
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people on TikTok are like still holding out for JoJo and Kylie. But like, that's just like definitely sailed. You agree? You don't get back a second time. Like, you might...
I think Kelly... Yeah, no, I agree.
And you know what? Maybe if it would have lasted longer than 3 months, your second time back together. But like, unless Kylie moves to LA and they start hanging out again, like, I just don't see how that could ever work out again.
I mean, maybe in
years.
like the distant future,
I agree,
or
like,
like another
far.
life or something.
Yeah.
But I think as it stands, it's it came and went.
It came and went. And things get complicated and like it's just kind of hard to backtrack at that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we'll see if where they end up moving, if we find out where they're moving, if they like slow down on content, like between the three of them, or if we get anything that's like kind of...
JoJo's been on it with the content.
Yeah, but like nothing in terms of like it's been nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of stuff that has to do with like her career and her girl
Her hair.
bands and her hair. The long hair JoJo is back.
I know.
What do you think?
I wonder if she didn't like it.
So I thought it was a little interesting, and like not that there's anything wrong with it, but like the fact that she got the extensions.
Yeah.
Like I did know she was growing it back, but I thought the fact that she went and got extensions was just like, if anything, just interesting. I'm like, oh, that was like a drastic like back.
Well, I thought it looked good, honestly. Like I thought JoJo was rocking it. I just
The short
wonder
hair?
if yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like the
So
short
I
hair.
was just wondering if she like just changed her mind and didn't like it anymore.
Well,
or
she
what.
made that video and it was like, you'll always find your way back home. Okay, but you want to know what's crazy? So I also see people in her comments being like, now that your long hair is back, can you please put a bow in your hair? I'm like, why is there a fetish about having JoJo with a bow in her hair?
People are pedophiles.
Isn't that weird?
People are pedophiles.
But I think it's also like kids being like, I just need to see my idol JoJo with her bow in her hair again.
I know. Poor
It's
JoJo
weird.
doesn't
Yeah.
want to.
No, and like she's creating a whole different image for herself. She's
No,
working
as she
out. She's
should.
getting shredded.
Yeah.
She does those pull-ups. I can't do a pull-up.
Pull-ups are hard.
Yeah, they're so fucking hard. I'm like, damn, bitch, you do that pull-up.
No, she's got to be in good shape though. She does all the dancing.
Yeah, but I
singing.
think she's like really focused. And like I know when I was about her age too, like I took a different like opinion on my body, and because it's different than like I feel like when you're younger, it's more about like stamina and like keeping up with like, oh, I feel like if I can do this dance, I'm in good shape, or if I can run these amount of miles, I'm in good shape. But then like at some point you realize that working out and eating right is also a little bit of a sculpting kind of art, and
Yeah.
so I think she's like just taking more investment into like how she's looking in terms of like physical physique instead of just being able to do the dance too, which definitely means eating healthier is usually how that works. But like whatever, I mean whatever she wants to do, however she wants to look is
I'm sure she's always worked out.
yeah, no, because she's always had
Yeah.
stamina and always been a big good
Yeah.
dancer. I think just the difference now is she's focusing into like how her physique looks.
Okay.
Oh, but we're also gonna get new music from her soon, apparently.
Oh, I know. I'm excited.
So, and apparently it's about her career. I'm hoping for some lesbian bops.
Me too.
That would definitely
That would
be
be
it.
awesome. Some breakup songs.
Yeah, she's into calling herself a lesbian. Like she posted a TikTok the other day about her carrying like heavy luggage down the stairs, and she was like, "Just being a lesbian."
I know.
So I'm like, fuck yeah.
It is interesting to just see like I don't know. It's almost like I'm rewatching like freaking me come out again.
Yeah,
like, as JoJo.
that's why I like it.
It's like
That's
all
why
the
I like
phases.
it.
I think that is why we are all so attached to it.
Yeah,
It's 'cause it's relatable.
And she's like, I mean, she's younger than us, but you know, she's entering. It's like I feel like once you get into college life age, like it's easy for like everybody to relate. Like we just had college yesterday. I know exactly that age. I know exactly what 19 felt like. It's crazy.
Feels good.
Yeah, you only get older from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like that kind of wraps up the Avery JoJo Soph thing for now.
I know, that was so much drama.
We'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, Lestopia is really going down.
Yeah, it is booming.
So I feel like we have to take a turn. Maybe Virgo season will turn us around. We'll be...
I know the stars will align.
Stars will align. We'll be happy.
All the lesbians will be happy.
They have to start getting in new relationships. People don't stay single for that long.
I know. They're going to U-Haul someone else.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe we'll get like other lesbian couples that are going to have to take the place of...
I know. Maybe new ones will rise.
Maybe Fletcher and Olivia O'Brien. I think Fletcher wants Olivia O'Brien. I don't know if it's...
You think so?
Mutual. Yeah, they keep posting those videos of them grinding on each other.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's all the drama we have today, but, you know, there will be more coming. Thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of our podcast. Get the fuck out of the closet. I'm Kales.
And I'm Mel.
And we will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Let's get out of here.
Lesbians live, lesbians love, lesbians lie. Lesbians do